watching My Pen His Purpose.
Oh, hey. Stay tuned today because we got some cool stuff to talk about. I would tell you what it is, but actually I can't remember. Facebook memories. That's what I wanted to talk about. We've all seen them on our feed. They pop up from time to time showing us memories from the past. Some of those memories are great, some not so much. Today I saw a memory that got me to thinking about how important positive male role models are in a young lady's life. I saw a memory about a funny conversation my wife had with my daughter a few years ago. My wife asked my daughter, "Do you plan on getting married in the future?" She replied, "Yes, I want to marry Papi." That's me, by the way. My wife explained to her how she couldn't marry Papi. Papi's already married. To me. Not to me. I was pretending to be my wife. Well, since she couldn't marry Papi, I want to marry Popo then. Her grandfather. Nope, not him either. Theo? Daniel? My cousin Alex. She had to explain to her how she could not marry one of her family members. Reading that made me realize, though, whether good or bad, male role models set the standard for what a woman looks for in a husband, even at a really early age. I heard it said once that a father is a daughter's first love. That statement alone kind of helps me put things in perspective. And I think it begins with the way we communicate with them. Do I want my daughter's first love experience be one of, "Sit down over there and shut up. I don't want to hear your mouth. Pick those clothes up off the floor. Do you live in a barn?" That's a weird statement, by the way. "You better stop that crying and fix your face." It's hard as a parent not to get angry at the things that kids do. But my loving wife helped me realize that if I continue to speak to her that way, she's going to think that's a normal thing. Or she could grow up thinking, "I don't ever want a man to talk to me the way my daddy did." I don't want my daughter growing up having a negative image of me. I want her growing up thinking, "My daddy didn't treat me that way, and you better not either." It's important to set that standard early. I also realized one other thing, that I can model the measure of a good husband by the way I treat my wife. If I treat my wife like the queen that she is, then my daughter will grow up expecting to be treated as a queen as well. Does my daughter see me leading my wife in prayer? Does she see me showing affection to my wife and telling her how beautiful she is? Does daddy say please and thank you to mommy? Does she see daddy apologize to mommy when he's wrong? All those little things that husbands sometimes take for granted. Let me tell you, brothers, if you have a daughter, she's watching. Actually, come to think about it, there is one last thing, and in my opinion, it's probably the most important. Does the way daddy loves her coincide with the way God loves her? Children who grow up in church like mine did are taught at an early age that God is our Father. And not only am I supposed to love her the way He does, I am supposed to lead my family in the ways He teaches us. Sometimes I gotta stop and ask myself, am I really doing my job to the fullest and leading my families in the ways of God? I can admit that the answer hasn't always been yes, but my daughter's watching. The fact of the matter is, so is my son. But one of these days, when my daughter gets married, and whatever man she marries better know Jesus, she is going to compare her husband's godly leadership to the way daddy did it. Hopefully her future husband is a godly leader. But when she thinks back to me, will she remember me fondly? Or will she remember me at all? Well, dads, it's up to you to set that precedence. Thank you for joining me for this week's My Pen His Purpose. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have today. But don't worry, we'll have another one coming soon. It warms my heart to hear people say they love this video blog and that they share it with friends and family. So if you love this video, share it. You never know who it could help. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. God bless you.
Wait, you actually recorded that?
Yes.
You're recording everything.
I'm recording everything.